Hello again, everyone. This is Chris Mathieu with Forbidden Knowledge News, and I want to invite you to join me and 30 amazing presenters at what's going to be the best conference of 2020. You don't want to miss it, the Laughlin UFO Mega Conference. It's going to be February 15th to 22nd in Laughlin, Nevada. Some of these speakers are going to be presenting information for the first time ever. You don't want to miss it. They're going to be disclosing amazing truths about our mysterious existence. Right now, I'm very excited to be here with physicist, licensed engineer, author, lecturer, and consultant for future energy developments, Dr. Tom Valone. Dr. Valone, how are you doing today?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm very good. I want to thank you for taking the time to join us today. I'm very excited for your presentation at the Laughlin UFO Mega Conference. Tell us a little bit about your work and what you'll be presenting at the conference.
Well, I started back in 1980 with a very unusual book called Sunburst: Return of the Ancients. And this was actually an impetus for me to look at what was supposedly a free energy generator. And so I traveled out to California, got excited about the idea of an end machine being perhaps a free energy device. And so I became involved in the UFO scene without even knowing it. And from then on, ended up going to conferences every summer, giving a talk on the Hubble Polar Generator and various other aspects of free energy. So this was the tie-in to UFO studies. And the more information and anecdotes that I learned about, the more I became aware of the fact that this is a separate area of study that virtually no university honors. And so this is, since I ended up teaching community college after getting my master's degree in physics, I felt that this is something that's been neglected, and therefore a 13-chapter textbook is definitely in dire need. And so that's the interest of describing to the audience what this textbook would entail, what basic stories I feel are the most important for ufology, and also get some feedback from the audience as far as anything that I've missed. Everyone has their own favorite UFO story, and of course, some of them are so well known that it's amazing that academic professors have no information about it whatsoever.
How do you feel about the recent developments in ufology and the whole disclosure movement overall? There are some very interesting things happening right now.
Absolutely. In fact, I'm glad you mentioned that, because when you turn on the television, the History Channel, Science Channel, Discovery Channel, they're all talking about the Navy TikTok. And this has now become the disclosure breakthrough, really the proof that the military has been involved in sightings, and now they're free to talk about it. At least the Navy now has protocol for people to report UFO sightings, which is a huge breakthrough. And of course, the Ancient Aliens series has been also a very inspiring a bunch of documentaries. One in particular just recently on all the nuclear sites with nuclear missiles that have been disabled by UFOs. And Look magazine apparently covered that years ago, and it's amazing to see the map of UFO sightings visiting every single nuclear facility. So this information needs to be put in a textbook and shown that this is a widespread, very well documented area of study.
Yeah, it's a fascinating time we live in. Do you think within the next, I'd say 5 years, that we're going to have full disclosure that possibly they may admit that they've always been here?
Well, that's sort of the end goal. And, you know, it's like 100% getting to the barometer, hitting the bell, and so forth. But if we get up to 50% or 70%, man, that would be super. I think we're at 10% right now. But you know, the Roswell incident definitely needs to be fully disclosed, and I think that'll come out in stages. I've been in touch with Linda Moulton Howe in regards to that. We've actually been specifically involved in analyzing her artifact that she recovered from the Roswell crash. So there's a lot of information behind the scenes that'll help that disclosure process. But when you start talking about aliens, I found you lose half the audience. You polarize the group. Half are the unbelievable unbelievers, and the other half are very devoted and interested parties. So without getting into that area, I think just the idea of a craft behaving anomalously is enough of a disturbing description for people to then at least acknowledge. We're getting to first base, in other words.
Now, you do some amazing research into free energy in our future. Could you tell us a little bit about the research you're doing at the Integrity Research Institute?
Sure. The research specifically, besides having a conference on future energy every year, we have it in Albuquerque, New Mexico in August. We also strive to partner with certain scientists. In this case, it's been Dr. Thorsten Ludwig from Germany, Mike Gamble, who's a retired engineer from Boeing, and also Bob DiBiase, who's also been working on a Casimir propulsion device. So, interestingly enough, once we get involved with those scientists, they often require only a small grant of $1,000, maybe $2,000, which our donors and our support actually allows us to give these small grants to support this type of research. One of the research projects that I'm involved in personally is the spiral magnetic motor. And this one I feel is a very viable physics-related type of mechanical device that can provide torque only with the permanent magnet motor, permanent magnets, in other words, powering the motor, and then the switching device is the secret to making it work.
That's very exciting. And it's so great because people like you are paving the way for our future, for free energy, and just a better future overall. And I can't wait to meet you at the Laughlin UFO Mega Conference.
I look forward to meeting you too, and many other great scientists there and inventors. That'll be a great experience as it has been in the past for me.
Yes, and thanks again for joining us, and you have a wonderful day.
Thank you, you too.
Trust me, you don't want to miss this amazing event. There'll always only be one presentation at a time. You'll never have to choose one speaker over another. There's going to be some amazing optional social meal events where you can hang out with fellow truth seekers and the speakers. It's going to be the world's lowest cost convention, with economy attendance packages starting at only $517.50 per person. That's including 8 nights hotel, 7 days, 8 nights conference attendance. Be sure to go to Laughlin UFO Mega Conference.com right now to ensure your early discount package prices.